What's up, everybody? I'm back today with another video. Today we're going to be working on a capture the flag. We're going to be working on the Sokar lab. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. So we got some basic information here. If you're running VMware, please take note. There's some step here you need to take. Let's see, it's DHCP enabled, and it has flags. So that's pretty much all of the information we have here. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I already grabbed the IP address for the server off of my router. However, you could easily do this yourself, finding it by using NetDiscover. In your IP range, for example, something like this. You can also try an ARP scan and see if you can find it like that. But the point being, find the server. Alright, so once we have the server, we obviously need to enumerate it. So I always like to just throw Sparta at it. So give me just a general overview of some kind of low-hanging fruit I might be able to chase. Alright, let's go ahead and let that run. Well, this box is not being very nice. It looks like it's going to give us some issues. Or rather, it's not going to make our life easy. But that's okay. We will still crack it open. Hopefully. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just kill this. And go back to the command line. Alright, let's see what we want to do here. Alright, I just want to do the scan via command line. That way I can just keep a better eye on it and check its status. Okay, any second now. Maybe. Oh, it's starting the next scan. That's right. Oh, would you please find something? Boom. We found something. Looks like we have a web server on port 591. So, let's go take a look. That's not gonna work. 591. This is interesting. Sokar Inc. Internal stats. Now, why would you want to put this on a web server? So, October 6th. So it would be the accurate date. So, either this is populating with accurate data from the server, or it's fake data with JavaScript. So let's take a look at the source. And nope, no JavaScript. So I'm going to wager just by seeing this that this is going to be our focus for probably trying to crack this box, or either use, or this will be a stepping stone in the process. Because basically what it looks like is we have some programs, some system commands that are running, and the output is being dumped to this web page. Alright, so let's take a little bit closer look here. Yeah, so we have some sort of script here. It doesn't have the PL extension, so makes me think that it might be just a bash script. It's not the actual cat command. So it's probably a bash script. So we got like a date command, looks like a uname, IO stats. I'm not sure how we're going to exploit that, but seems useful. So let me So we're just going to do some brute forcing of the web server, see if we can find anything else that's useful. What am I doing? Oh yeah, web server address. I think that should do it. So let's go ahead. Actually, what is? I think it's T for threads. Yeah. Let's fire off a bunch. Let's try 100. Let's see if that flies. Yeah, let's take a little less. Let's do 50. Alright, we'll just let that run. Let's do some vulnerability scanning. See what we can come up with. So we found a CGI bin, yay! Yeah, we already knew that. So far, alright, so while this is going, let's stop and kind of collect our thoughts and think about what we got so far. So, scan the server, and the only thing we were able to find was port 591 open with the web server running. We believe that we know that it's running a script in the CGI bin named cat. Oh, interesting. There's a long dump of it. Why does it differ so much? Oh, because we're hitting the server right now. Okay, so that's cool. So this confirms that in fact this is being updated regularly. Since it's a script, I mean, it could be doing this with some other scripting language, but I'm willing to wager that there's a cron set up that's updating this and running these commands every so often. So that's good to keep in mind, because hopefully eventually we'll get a shell into the box, and then from there we can explore the cron job and see if we can exploit that somehow to execute a command. Yeah, because again, like I said, I have a feeling that we're going to need to exploit this somehow to escalate and or root the box, but we don't know yet. Well, just speculation at this point. Got the error directory. Let me pull this out. Oh, that's awesome. I like it when things just work like you want them to work. Alright. So it looks like the web server so far with Nikto, or however you pronounce it, it's not really giving us much. So kind of catching a blank at the moment on how we're going to try to exploit this box. So hopefully we'll get something from one of these. That'll give us a little bit more information to keep us moving forward. But for right now, I'm feeling kind of stumped on what we're going to do with what we have thus far. So on that note, let's just let these run and see what we come up with. I guess she can't have it all. I want it to... There's got to be a way. I want to like put these in 4 screens. There's got to be a way. That's interesting. Oh well. Let's see if we can find some user directories. I wonder if we're flooding the server. I don't know if that's why Nicto, whatever. I wonder if that's why it aired out there. So we'll just let these... I'll let GoBuster go and see if we find anything. You know, we should check for Shellshock, since these are CGI scripts. I mean, that's not necessarily the important factor, but the fact that they're scripts running, if they get passed to the bash script and the server's vulnerable to Shellshock, then we can take advantage of that. And obviously, the goal with that would be to run arbitrary commands on the server. So we'll probably explore that. I'm going to let these run for a little bit. So yeah, while those are running, let's check out H and see if we can potentially exploit the server via Shellshock. It's probably wishful thinking. is that right? I did have this memorized. I was doing it, been doing it so much lately. So C, and then our command. And then our server. And then the script, which we know was CGI bin cat. So let's see if we're lucky. And it does not look like we're lucky. It's just showing us the page. Hold on, let me go back and can't remember if there was a space here. Well, I didn't seem to do what I wanted. Let's take a closer look. Boom. There we go. Bingo. So we can execute commands on the server as the web server. So let's why didn't that work? Oh, there we go. Just slow to respond. Oh, it's probably flooding the hell out of the server. Alright, so let's do this. Let's copy this and I could have sworn I created folder. Alright, let's create a script so we can easily execute commands on the server, because we need to explore the server now and see if we can find anything of value. So we're just going to create a simple bash script. Oh, that's not what we're after. Let's see. Try that again. Copy that. And so what we'll do is all we have to do is just take that command and put in our command line parameters. So this way we can run commands with up to 4 levels of parameters. And if you wanted more, you could do more. This makes it convenient to execute commands on the server. So now we'll just change mode it, and now you can see we can easily run commands on that server. so this is good. Okay, so I'm really nosy, so generally, since we're already at the web server, let's explore the web directories where we're at. So we know that we're in there. So not really a whole lot going on in there. Let's see if there's any other scripts. Nope. Come on. There we go. So this is the script that's updating the website. So it's echoing date, echoing uptime, and then it's catting the contents of temp stats. So I wonder where that's coming from. Let's take a look at that file. So that file is owned by a user Binar. So that's probably going to be our likely target. Let's take a look at that file. Okay, that's what I expected. It's the contents of the website. Alright, so now we know how the script works. And we also know that it's being updated regularly by a cron job. So let's just see real quick. Let's see. Alright, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's continue looking in the web server. Air icons, those are pretty standard directories. Wouldn't really expect to see anything of value in there. Yeah, it looks like our directories didn't find anything. Well, we don't need those anymore anyways because now we have access. Oops. Let's check out the home directories. So there we got 2 users. Oh, look at that. We can pretty much do whatever we want in his Binar folder. Look at the permissions. So let's check that out. Interesting. Real quick, let's check out the other user. Yeah, so the thoughts could not look at it. So let's look at his files. I want to look at the contents. So that's interesting. But is that useful? So we can see here at the very bottom there, in his path he has a period. And that period means basically his home folder. So that allows you to run commands from your home directory without having to type the period // You can just type in a command like date. So with that in mind, I think this is kind of all making sense, that there is most likely a cron job that will update the web server, and if we can write a file to his home directory that is the same name as one of the commands that is being ran in the web script, we could kind of in theory hijack that command and make it execute our script instead. And obviously we will have some malicious code in there that will allow us to escalate our privileges. But that's just a theory. Well, actually, yeah, I think it would work because that script is running as that user. Let's check that out. Hold on, actually I don't know if it is. It's running as root. Oh, that's running as root. That's not good. So if we can make it work, maybe. Yeah, it could be dangerous. So let's see. Oh, how am I going to do this? Alright, well, let's put that on hold. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves again. Let's do some more digging around. So, let's see. Anything unusual? Looks pretty straightforward. No permissions there. Let's go back. Let's see what we got. Let's see, what can we read in here? Doesn't look like we can read much of anything. bastards. Let's read their email. Nothing. Let's see if Binar's got anything. Oh, what do we have? Welcome. Well, that's going to be useful. So now we have a login and password, and that we have outbound port access on 51242. Sweet. So I think what we need to try to do is get a reverse shell going here. That way we have a little bit better control on the server and go from there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here. It seems like a good stopping point. We're about 45 minutes in. And then we'll pick up where we left off. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for other videos. And very shortly, I'll have part 2 ready for you guys. Alright, see you guys on the other side.